All right, all right.
Yeah. Welcome to the Bread and Hope Show. What's going on, people? It's your boy Bread. Hope on the other side.
Yep.
Glad that everybody good. Glad everybody can join the Bread and Hope Show tonight. Getting it in. Getting close to that 9 o'clock hour that we always like. Getting close to that 9 o'clock. So, Hope, what's going on, man?
Oh man, not a whole lot, man. Just went to the store to buy some treats for the kids tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. You better than me, brother.
So I got a lot of treats this
Oh, I
time
got a
of
lot.
the year.
Hey, I got a lot of tricks.
Well, you got the tricks, I got the treats.
There we go. It's not gonna matter though. They gonna have a trick or two.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. Whatever tricks you got over there.
Yeah. I try to give them the signs. Hope I try to give them the signs. Try to give them all the signs and let them know, hey, when you see this light off, everybody know what it means when you see this light off. When the light is off, that means keep on moving.
That means don't come over here.
Don't come over here. You can go to the left or to the right or across the street, but don't come over here. How the song used to go? Love don't live here anymore. Dun, 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 dun,
Man,
dun.
when the last time you gave out some candy, man? Years ago?
I never did.
Oh, okay.
Think about it. I never did. Actually, let me see. No, I never did, man. You know, so and plus most of the time I was never here. So when I was single, I was just never at the house. I was always in the street.
Right.
And so I was rarely here. And when I was here on Halloween, lights off, never had candy over here. So I was a real big candy eater. So, but nah, man, I ain't trying to do all that. They very seldom come to the door when the lights off. I think I've made the mistake and left the light on one year, and I just didn't come to the door.
Yeah, I understand. Nowadays, I can understand. You don't want anybody coming to your house.
I don't want to be bothered, man.
Sometimes, you just don't want to be bothered. But
Be
outside of that, man, got a lot of treats.
You got it.
And
have fun, man. Let me know how it goes. I will live vicariously through you tomorrow. We gonna shut this thing down. Hopefully. Yeah, how's the weekend, man?
Weekend was good, man. Weekend was good. Got a chance to relax. Just take it easy, man. It was a good weekend for me to take it easy for a change. How about you? How was your weekend?
Yeah, same thing here, man. I mean, nowadays, man, you have to work work hard to try to relax. And so I had opportunity to finally just kick back and relax, man.
Good.
Get recharge the batteries.
That's always good.
Yeah, man. I mean, weekends kind of like, all through the week you got stuff to do. Always got schedules to meet on somebody else's clock, and so finally when the weekend comes around, man, on my own clock, doing absolutely nothing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing. So I may change it, man. I may get back in the gym, Hope. I may get back on in. I got used to it, man. I really ain't been in the gym since like before the pandemic, man. The pandemic came, man. I got real paranoid about germs, man. So
understandable. But yeah, man, paranoid. I mean, it's nothing, just make sure you take the right precautions when you go in the gym. That's all I can tell you. I mean, because we had a membership to Lifetime gym close to us, which was great. I mean, it was like the luxury of all gyms.
Yep.
But I'm not trying to poo-poo on your gym moment, but man,
Oh man,
went to
you
the
right.
gym, and thought I took the necessary precautions, and next thing I know, I came out of there sick as a dog. So
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, this is why I don't like going to the gym.
Right. I mean, yeah, yeah. You.
I
That's
I
my
mean,
only
I'm not.
thing,
I
man.
mean, I'm not. That's why I said I wasn't trying to rain on it, but
No,
just
no,
take
no,
just
no,
I was
no.
like, but that.
You're correct.
And to be honest, after that, and when I say I got sick, as I was sick, and
Yeah,
I canceled my membership, man. We canceled that thing. So,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. But you're right, man. I mean, even before the pandemic, the gym was just kind of one of those places where if you wanted to get sick, it was real easy to get sick going through the gym, man. I mean, my biggest thing is wiping off, wiping down equipment before and after, not just wiping down, but spraying it down. So I
yeah,
spray
I
it bad boy
mean, you
down
spray it
before and
down. I
after.
mean, and that's what I'm saying. We took the necessary. I'm just saying, taking the necessary
Still
precautions.
got sick.
Still, man.
Yeah, still
And
got sick.
it was interesting because I was telling my wife, I was like, how I'm so sick. And I'm like, yeah, I'm always just in the house. The only other place that we go is this. Then it just boop, the gym.
Yeah,
Most that was pretty regular, right?
yeah,
So and I be damn, man. And you know, and the funny thing about it was when we started going back, that was one of the things I was just like saying to myself, like, don't get too caught up on somebody coming to the gym sick because people gonna
yeah,
come to the gym sick.
yeah,
That's just the reality of it.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
people
man.
just ain't gonna stay home, right? They sick. They know they
Exactly.
don't
Yeah,
need to go anywhere, but they
yeah,
still want to, hit the weights or hit cards, whatever they want to do. They still want to bring them germs up in there.
yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's
that's
like,
all I'm
I
saying.
mean,
That's all I'm
yeah,
saying, man. But
yeah. I mean,
anyway, hey,
bro, yeah,
man, hey,
yeah. But you're
go,
right. But you're right. I mean, but you hit the nail on the head, man. I mean, go to work sick, go to church sick, go to the gym sick, go everywhere sick, man. It's just like, man, stay
restaurants
home.
wherever there's always
Restaurant
people gonna,
sick.
yeah, people gonna go places and they just sick, man. So hell, you can get on the airplane. Don't even get me started with that. But yeah, man.
Oh man. Oh man.
But hey,
That's the
man.
absolute worst.
Hey, man. We can go on that, man. Let's go ahead and
I
get
mean,
on to the
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because it's like, man, it's like, and I ain't going. And I just leave it right here, man. I mean, I was already kind of. I want to call myself a germaphobe, but I was very cognizant of cleanliness out in public.
Yeah.
But when the pandemic came around, I became a real germaphobe, man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn, that ain't no fun. So I didn't go out as much. Didn't go, hadn't been to the gym really, and just kind of stayed to myself, man. So
I
I'm
totally
trying
understand. Yeah.
yeah, just trying to get back, man. Just trying to get back into the flow, man. So I just gotta, now that I kind of got my little thing back just a little bit, man, I'm trying to get back to the gym, man, get a little bit balanced, get myself
Good,
right,
man.
man.
Good,
Trying to
man.
do that, man. So I'm gonna get back where I used to be, man. Get my diet back right, and that's it, man. You lose a couple of lbs in the process, man. I'd be good to go.
Good deal, man. Well, hey, man. Hey, go for it, man. Go
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So be a weekend athlete, man.
for it. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so look, man. Just want to really just welcome to Braden Hover. Welcome listeners to the Braden Hover Show. We here every Wednesday from 9ish to 10ish, and we're based here in Atlanta, Georgia. Talk about sport primarily in the state of Georgia. But hey, whatever your team is from, whatever team you rep, go ahead and give us a call or tune in to us and speak on it. So with that, Hope, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I just want to just thank the listeners, new listeners. Shout out to the anonymous fan joining us tonight.
There you go.
Hopefully Lou will be joining us later on. Shout out to Lou.
Ain't no guarantee. Lou's a big Yankee fan, so
Yeah, yeah, I know
I
yeah, I know he's on
yeah,
pins and needles right now, trying to
he's on pins and needles.
hope these Yankees can make it happen. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
so Also, just want to the listeners out there, if you want to participate and join the Braden Hover Show Facebook group, reach out to us. We'll take care of you. We also have a website, www.sportsandbrews.com, where you can get real live sports content as well as beer content. Looks like Lou is in the house. Lou has just came into
Yes,
the house.
yes.
Um,
Good,
like I
good.
said, shout out to Lou. And other than
Yeah,
that, man, let's go ahead and get on into it, man.
yeah, man. I mean, a lot of sports is going on. I think October is the most uh, unique month of the year when it comes to all sports converging at one time. You got baseball, football, basketball, soccer, and hockey all in one month. Everything's going on in the month of October. And so, and it's great. Yeah, I mean, if you're a sports fan like me and Hova, it's just great. You know, a lot of our callers, Lou, everybody's a sports fan of, at least top 4 or 5 and then some in terms of team sports. October is that month. So, like I said last week, I'm not quite ready for basketball yet, but I got one eye on it. I'm in full-fledged football mode, college and pros. Baseball, I sort of kind of paying attention to it. A little bit. It is the World Series. Don't have a vested interest in it, but go Dodgers, I guess. I don't know. Being that Freddie's a former Brave, but I like Freddie. Makes you feel it's kind of weird, with Freddie. You're like, man, Freddie's doing all this stuff for the Dodgers, man. He could have been doing that for the Braves, but neither here or there. And I like Mookie Betts, man. Mookie Betts is my guy. I've been a fan of Mookie Betts for a couple of years. And so I ever since he's been with Boston, I guess. But yeah, man. Soccer. Speaking of soccer, Atlanta United. 5 stripes, man, in the postseason. Won their way in. We lost our first game of 3, hopefully 3, to Miami, man. And I mean, look, man, Lionel Messi. I mean, come on, he's the best player in MLS, man. At least one of them, at least top 3. And so, what are you gonna do? So this is a different team. We're pretty scrappy. So I hope that we have an opportunity to get that win. So yeah, and Hawks, and like I said, everything is going on right now. And so I don't know, man. I like the Hawks, but I we cannot be losing the teams that we have no business losing to early on in the season. We got a chance to should not lose to Washington Wizards. And so when we play them again, we should not lose to this team. I don't care. We got 10 players. We got a lot of injuries. We got 10 players dressed out, but still, you don't lose to that team.
I agree.
But I like him. Jalen Johnson, he's going to be playing 3. We have Ricochet, which is our rookie, our number 1 pick. He's playing starting at shooting guard, and obviously Trace is the starting point guard, and Okwandu playing center. So I think nice squad, man. Nice exciting squad. You just got to bring it together, play as one. Play some defense, man. Damn, Golly, man. Jeez. So that's my thing. I'm not in full Hawks mode yet, but I just wanted to put that out there based on. I know I kind of went around the world there, but that's just to let you know of all the sports and all the things that are going on at the same time.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, this time of the year, if you're a big sports fan, I mean, you gotta love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you're just happy. I mean, I love this time of the year when you got all these different varieties of sports for everybody.
Yeah. There's something for everybody, almost every night of the week. I just like they put space. I mean, I think they might have put a couple of days or a week between, before they started Game 1 of the World Series. They should have been doing that all along, man. I mean, regular season ends and poof, next day you're in the wild card. I mean, no, man, give these guys at least, give the sport a couple of days to breathe. That's all I'm saying, Ho. That's what baseball needs to do. Right after the regular season, don't start the wild card till like a couple of days, man. Give it a couple of days, man. Not the day after. Give it a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to breathe, man. So that so you would truly get teams in equal opportunity. It's not about who's just the hot squad. So many times in baseball, you ain't got it this year, but so many times, man, it's whoever the hot team is, the hot team usually has the advantage, ends up going to the World Series and winning a lot of times. But we almost got it this year, but thank goodness the Dodgers payroll prevailed over the Mets. So it wasn't about who was hot, but eventually, those guys cooled off. Same thing goes for Philly. They really cooled off. So look, man, I'm just glad, you pretty much got the 2 best teams in the league facing each other. And so, and not necessarily just 2, a really solid team and a team that's been consistent through the year, but then you just got a team that just got hot in the postseason.
Right, so, yeah. Right. I mean, but that's, that's the thing about it. I mean, it's just, like you said again, I mean, baseball, even with it just, once you get hot, you get hot.
Yeah. But the thing about football, there's no hot team in football. I mean, you kind of are what your record says you are in football. It kind of is what it is. It ain't just, if you start winning because you guys gel together and you're a really good team.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Well, it's not necessarily the hot team, and then they go cold. Nah, man, you are what your record says you are. That's one thing that Bill Parcells said that I thought was very true. So yeah, I mean, look, man, it's just bombs away for the Yankees right now, man. These guys are just got there in a groove. I picked Dodgers in 7. Who'd you pick in this series?
I picked the Yankees, man. I think I don't know why, but I just feel like the Dodgers. I think it's smoke and mirrors, man. I think the Yankees about to make it happen.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have to make history in order to make it happen.
I wonder what Lou had to say about it, though. I guess we can.
Yeah, probably a whole lot of it. I'm glad he made it through, man. Because
you call fellas.
Hey, Lou. I'm glad you made it on, man. I was like, man, I don't know if Lou's coming on, man. It's his team's in the World Series. I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to get hold of you, but you didn't come through, so I waited until about 9:15, and then
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Well, thanks for joining the show, Lou. Happy to have you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, so what do you got on this thing, man? I mean, what's your thoughts so far? You guys go down 3-0, and the history, and really not just baseball, but any type of series sports. Whenever you go down 3-0, man, it doesn't look good.
Whenever you go down 3-0, you're thinking that it's over. There's no way you can come back. Well, of course, you can ask the Dead Sox. Our Red Sox are 2004. And, this year's Stanley Cup final. I mean, think about it. Edmonton was, on the ropes. They were down 3-0. They came back and sent to a 7th game, which I thought was going to happen anyway. So, because that was a tough team.
Yeah.
I mean, baseball is a little bit hard to do. No team has ever forced a game 6 after falling through. Oh, wow. So, we could be looking at history here. To force a game 6, no team has ever done that from down 3-0.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough, man. I mean, you go from basketball and all other sports, man. It's just like, that it's extremely tough to do.
Well, where were you in games 2 and 3? Now, one, we had a chance. We had a chance to win that game, but then got screwed up.
I mean, Freddie Freeman, man, has really just been that guy. Freddie Freeman is really the one who did you in early.
Well, I think it was a mistake too.
Yeah. And so
who made some terrible decision making. Bringing in a guy who hasn't pitched in over a month and you put him in, and then you walk one guy and then you set Freeman the grand salami. No, stupid move.
yeah,
You were there in game one, but you blew it. Games 2 and 3, where were you?
yeah, man.
Yeah. So we got a text on the on the Bread and Hover chat line. The anonymous fan says the Dodgers have the best player in baseball. So yeah, I'm like, I guess he must be talking about Freddie Freeman.
Okay.
I mean, look, man. I mean,
I'll give you that.
How do you feel as a Braves fan about that? And and all this record-breaking stuff that Freddie's doing, and he could end up getting a championship. How you feel about that, man? Being a Braves fan.
Call me crazy, but
go ahead, Lou.
Call me crazy, but Alex Freeman better was on the Braves.
Yeah. Who? Say that again, Lou.
When Freeman was on the Braves,
he was saying when they, he thought it was better when they were on the Braves.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, well, go ahead, Hope. Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and handle it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, like Freeman didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay with the Braves. They just couldn't work out the deal.
Whose fault was that though?
Everybody in the front office, the Braves management. They're the one. They're the one to blame. I just think that the way I see it, Brad, is I think it's probably in Atlanta's history, probably one of the worst moves that one of our professional organizations in sports made. Is one of the worst.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's definitely one of the worst.
It's up there. I mean, up there for me was Dominique trade Dominique to the Clippers for Danny Manning. That was the absolute worst for me. That's still like number one for me.
Yeah, that definitely go down in history. I think probably for me, I'm gonna say, man, I think for me, man, I think is when we got rid of Tom Glavine when he went to the Mets. I don't think we should have let Tom Glavine go, man. I really felt like we just messed up the nucleus. I really wish we could have. I mean, even the funny thing about it, when Glavine had to pitch against us, he didn't even want to pitch to the Braves, man. You could tell it was just like he was just going through the motions. So I thought that was one of the worst ones, man.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was.
It really was. And he hated that, man. I mean,
he hated that with him. I mean, he hated. He'll tell you that himself. He hated that.
I've heard him say that. He's like, nah, he just did not like that at all.
He's like, it's like if he had went there, I could have said any other team than the damn Mets. I mean, I'm just being honest, man.
I mean, it could have been worse, but I mean, but still, I mean, I get it though. I get it. But look, man, I feel a certain kind of way. I think that Anthopoulos messed up with the Braves and letting Freeman walk. I mean, you don't let a guy like that just walk, man. I mean, you want to look, and for the money he was asking, we could have made that happen. We weren't breaking the bank. I don't know what the hell was going on there, but we were not breaking the bank to keep it. And I don't know what the hell I don't know
if the front office was trying to prove a point. I don't know what the hell it was, but the bottom line is this, man. He's still a Brave in my eyes. I always felt like it just was just a whole screw up. I could say a whole lot of bad words to it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's doing his thing as the Dodgers. We got another text on the chat, Braden Hover Show chat line. The anonymous fan says, "Sorry, I had to step away for a moment." Oh, the best player on the Dodgers team is Ohtani. Is that the
that makes sense?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani. So I mean, well, Yeah, but I mean, in this series, I don't know, man. Freddie been solid in this series, man. I mean, Otani, he has some nagging injuries, and
But they, some people been making things, saying things, Freeman on steroids, things like that. But at the end of the at the end of the day, man, Freddie Freeman is just, doing what he do best. Coming alive in the postseason. But you're right.
Yeah.
As far as you're right, Brad, as far as the stats, I mean, he was about average, when you look at his stats during the season, but he's damn sure come alive in the postseason.
Yeah, man. So he's been that guy. I mean, I don't know, man. There are a lot of Dodgers who's come through. I mean, when it's said and done, I don't know if he's your top 10 Dodger that comes to mind, at least in the recent 20 years, I guess. But when you talk about top Braves in the past 20 years, he's definitely that guy. You're talking about top Braves, man. Because you remember when he first started with the Braves, with the baby, they called him the Baby Braves.
Yeah.
And he came up with that crew of the Baby Braves.
Yeah.
And that was it. Who's gonna be that guy to come in after Chipper Jones? It was him. Chipper was like, nah, that's that guy right there. And Chipper told you. Chipper told everybody. So it is what it is, man. If they win, I'd be happy for Freddie. Freddie's had a tough year. Him and his family, his son, had some things going on, had some challenges there. So yeah, I'd be happy for him. Like I said, I don't have a big problem. Some Braves fans do have a big problem seeing, and I get it. Saying Freddie have some good games and succeeding and achieving, but I don't, man. I ain't, I'm not hating on the guy like that. So I'm happy for him as a baller. But at any rate, man, if we could, man, we're gonna get back to some baseball because there's a lot going on. But we got to talk about some football, guys. We had some college football this past weekend, past football games. Even though, and one reason why it was so relaxing over the weekend is because the Bulldogs had the weekend off, had a bye, so that really minimized my stress over the weekend. So I got a chance to look at everybody else stress out. So look, man, Texas. What was real crazy, man? You had Texas over Vanderbilt, but it was 27-24. That was a tough game, and we knew that was going to be a tough game, Ho.
Yeah. We did.
So I'm not sure that score doesn't surprise me. It is the SEC, and they've been like that. And Ohio State beat Nebraska 21-17. That game was close too. It was really close, man. Really, really close game. Texas A&M over LSU 38-23. LSU had the lead in that game, but LSU can't finish games. They can't play 4 quarters. They one of them teams, hey, you can't ask them change for $1 because they only got 3 quarters in them.
Right.
So Texas A&M leads the SEC. They only have 1 loss on the season, and they're chugging along. Notre Dame, they beat an undefeated Navy. Navy was undefeated until they ran up against Notre Dame. They lost 51-14. Man, that was crazy. So there was an interesting slate of games over the weekend. But this weekend, man, we got the Georgia-Florida game, Hope.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The greatest outdoor cocktail party in the world.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I think, the Bulldogs are well rested, and hell, I'm looking for them to take care of business.
I got 2 questions for you, Hope.
Yeah.
If Florida wins, why would they beat the Bulldogs, and how?
Yeah.
If Florida wins, The only way I can see is if the Bulldogs don't show up.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times.
I mean, no, I mean literally don't come to the game. But
Okay. I got it. Damn. Well, all righty then. So obviously you think Georgia's gonna win this game against Florida. So by how many points, man? I think the line is 16 and a half.
Well, Georgia don't really hardly ever cover the spread.
Nope.
No,
But I think in this particular case they probably will. I mean, let's face it, man. I mean, Florida's just not good. They're a team. They start slow.
Yeah.
The anonymous fan says it's gonna be 20 points, but yeah, yeah. I mean, game. This is what I would like to see. I would like to see the Bulldogs take care of business in the first half and then play the freshmen in the second half. That's what I like to see. Now, and we may see that. So.
Yeah, hopefully we do. I don't know that we will, but I hope we do.
I just can't. But don't get me wrong. Florida will come to play hard. This game is one of those games. They will come to play hard. The problem with Florida is that they make it play a little defense, but they have big time offense struggles. That quarterback, I don't even know the guy's name, but he's mediocre at best.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was mediocrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it.
I don't know, man. I know. Somehow Georgia finds a way to beat Florida by like 17. They find a way to do it. They may beat. The chances of them beating the spread is pretty good. I don't know. Georgia about 14, I guess. We just never beat the spread, man. We just don't. Georgia, Georgia about 14, man. I guess between 10 and 14. Let's say Georgia about 13. How does that sound?
I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So that's more realistic for me. Georgia probably have control over this game most of the time. Maybe it's tight early. I guess. I don't know. But Georgia coming off the bye, man. Whew, Jesus. So
they may be a little rusty. Maybe.
This is where I am with Georgia, and I'm dead serious. This is about this particular team in Georgia. Georgia, Georgia's weak link is the quarterback. Carson Beck, we gonna win or lose a championship based on Carson Beck. We get there or we don't get there based on Carson Beck. I think the defense is gonna show up. I think they're kind of in a groove right now. Their defense is kind of in a groove. And Mike Bobo will have to run the ball. He's gonna have to run the ball. For this offense to work, Bobo is gonna have to quit, being passed. If you want to get Carson Beck in a rhythm, start by running the ball with Etienne, because Etienne used to play. He used to start for Florida Gators. And so now he plays with the Bulldogs. So he's going to have a point to prove. And they're going to have a point to prove that they can stop it. So I think you're going to have to run the ball in this one. And then, then later on, you can play action and spread it out. So that's the recipe for me. I still think the Florida's got a decent defense. Their offense is just horrible. My God. Have no quarterback, no receivers. Maybe they got a decent tight end. I don't know. Running back is okay, blah. He all right. But it's the same old Florida, man. I mean, a lot of these teams are kind of like the same old of what you've been seeing the past couple of years, if you want to be honest.
Right.
I mean, everybody started out kind of hot, but You saw Texas with the same old Texas. You know, they good, but when they play somebody real against the SEC, they're gonna have problems. That's exactly what they've been doing. Texas A&M gonna be hot until they not. You got teams like Tennessee. The real Tennessee starting to show up. Defense is a little bit better. I give them that much. But that offense, I don't think that quarterback gonna be ready for Georgia. You know, that defense gonna be on it. It's the same stuff. And it's in Alabama, Georgia. It's the same stuff. Kirby keep losing to Alabama. You know, so it's not like Alabama's necessarily better than Georgia, but Kirby will find a way not to win that game and get down early. Team not ready.
That's
How
right.
often do you see that happen? So I think the MO for a lot of these college teams is kind of what you used to seeing past couple of years. With some small little twists here and there, but it's kind of the same stuff. Look at Ohio State. Have no quarterback. Pretty good receiver. Defense, offense, you know, and that's what I'm getting to. So the game this weekend, big college game this weekend, is Ohio State versus Penn State.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Penn State. So I think we all got Georgia in the Georgia-Florida game. Who's anonymous? Oh, yeah, anonymous fans. He's got them by 20, so we don't have to spend a whole lot of time on that. Georgia wins by double digits.
You hope so.
No, you hope so. Ohio State, Penn State, guys. So who Penn State's like number 2? Ohio State's like what, number 5, something like that.
Well,
so who wins this game?
Actually, Ohio State is 3, and Penn State is number 2. Ohio State's number 3.
Penn State's number 2. No, Penn State's number 3. Georgia's number 2.
Well,
it's Oregon, Georgia,
3 and 4.
Penn State. Okay. Yep. So they're right in top 5. So who's got this game, Lou? Who you got?
Tough one, but I think I'll go with Penn State.
Not a bad pick. Hobo, who you got?
I'm going with Penn State in this one. I think Penn State. I think they're gonna do some home cooking on Ohio State.
Yeah.
The anonymous fan says Penn State quarterback is hurt. Is that true?
I think so. I think he's hurt, but he's gonna play.
Okay.
Yeah, he's hurt, but I think he's gonna play.
Also, the anonymous fan anonymous fan just gave a quick update. Freeman just drove 2.
New York. Yeah, Yankees up 5-3. Yeah. I mean, Freddie Freeman's been a thorn in their side, man. That's why he said who's been the best player. I mean, Shohei Ohtani's probably been the best player overall through the season, but in the regular season, in this postseason, man, it's been all about Freddie Freeman, man. Been Freddie, and Freddie's ready. Especially in this World Series, man. Freddie's ready.
You know, Freddie reminds me of how Bryce Harper did us.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Don't remind me. Move it on, man. Move it on, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The anonymous fan thinks Ohio State. He thinks anonymous fan thinks Ohio State will beat Penn State. Yeah, that's possible.
You know what, man? Under normal circumstances, I would pick Ohio State in this game because no matter what Penn State does, Penn State is always undefeated until they play Michigan and Ohio State. Every time they screw the pooch every time. That's why I feel hesitant to go with Penn State. You know, and now that the quarterback's kind of hurt, I kind of want to go with Ohio State in this game, man. And Ohio State don't look all that great this year neither. You know, Penn State's been a hot team. I'm going to have to go with Ohio State, man. I'm going with Ohio State in this one, man.
All right.
So I think it's just the same old Penn State, man.
So Brad changes his tune on that one. All right.
I'm changing my tune, man. I'm changing my tune. Yeah, Dodgers made a game of it. It's a tie ball game. Wow. And all sparked by Freddie.
Yeah, see.
All righty
then.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Moving on. Ole Miss and Arkansas, man. Arkansas has been that stingy team, man. They've been that bully on the corner, man. You know, you grow up in the neighborhood, man. You go to the corner store, man. It's like, man, if you got to get to that store, man, you got to go to that bully, man. And so you can get through him now. You can whip him up, but he gonna make you work for it. So you can get it, but he gonna make you work for it. So that's who Arkansas has been. Ole Miss is that squad, man. That's, you know, they got 2 losses already. They hanging about 3. All offense, no defense. So who wins that game, Hope, between Ole Miss and Arkansas?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Arkansas, man. I think Arkansas is just a scrappy team. I like Arkansas.
Yeah. Arkansas is pretty good, man. Who would you take? Who would you take in that game? Between Ole Miss and Arkansas.
I think I'm gonna go with Ole Miss, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I do mine, I do mine with the advance.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. I think Ole Miss wins this in the fourth quarter. I think Arkansas runs out of gas. Ole Miss gets this game by 3 points. It's gonna be a close one. Smart, yeah. They're gonna find a way to lose this game when they shouldn't. So Arkansas finds a way to lose this game. So I think Ole Miss gets them by 3. Anonymous fan got a pick in this one.
The anonymous fan is going. He says a coin flip for him. So
okay.
Heads, Ole Miss, tails, Arkansas.
Sounds about right. We'll get the tail of it.
Yeah.
So look, guys. Here's an interesting game in the ACC. You got Duke versus Miami. Duke is 6-2 this year, 2-2 in the ACC. Miami's undefeated this year. They won a lot of close games that we've seen throughout the year. And I guess if you've seen Miami play, Cam Ward, I like Cam Ward, but I think it's just a matter of time before somebody calls their number and they finally get that goose egg busted. Duke, this would be a pretty good game. They may get, if anybody upsets, if you want to call it an upset, it probably would be Duke against Miami. But I think this game is in Miami. And so, what say you, Hope?
Well, if this game was in North Carolina, I may go with Duke. It's in Miami, and Miami plays very good at home. They play very good at home. I'm going Miami all the way.
Yeah.
I think Duke will make it interesting. The big point of this game is Miami can't beat themselves. That's going to be the key.
Yeah. Even when they beat themselves, they find a way to get lucky. So that Virginia Tech game, I mean, they really should have lost that Virginia Tech game. But I still think that was just bad call, man. It's bad call.
The funniest thing is Miami games. Michael Irvin, I don't know. He's been going viral at their games and
he's showing his ass at those games every time. Literally.
In a big way.
Them young kids, he all on the sidelines, and them little kids like, who granddaddy did? Who grandpappy did?
Yeah, but he been showing his ass in a big way. But hopefully he'll calm down. Maybe he'll calm down on this game. I doubt it.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah. So Lou, who do you have in this one, Duke or Miami?
I gotta go Miami. If it was basketball, it'd be Duke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with I'm with you guys. I'm Miami in this game. Just because they're at home.
Yeah.
No upset because none of us fans got somebody in this game.
He's going with Miami all the way in this one.
Yeah, it's a sweep. Britton Hover show sweep. So the next one I have is Texas A&M in South Carolina. This game is in South Carolina. Who you got, Hover?
Well, you don't have that Texas A&M 12th man. I think this game is going to be fun to watch. I'm going to go with South Carolina, man. I think South Carolina just may win.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big upset right there, man. Which, if you know, being a Georgia fan or a Texas fan, you'd love to see that loss. Who you got, Lou? Texas A&M or South Carolina Gamecocks? This game is in Columbus.
I think I'm gonna go with Texas A&M.
Columbia, actually. Texas A&M, yeah. I think the game is going to be close. I think it's going to be scrappy. But I think just like South Carolina did against Alabama, they had Alabama right there, and they found a way to lose that game that dude just threw that ball up, man. Like he was the last. He had time and a timeout, and he could have just thrown that ball away and threw a pick. Like he threw that ball without even looking at it. I could have, man, look. So if they quit doing dumb stuff like that, man, they'd be a much better team. They would beat Alabama and they would beat Texas A&M, but because they got that dumb gene in them, I think they end up finding a way to lose this game against Texas A&M. So I'm going with Texas A&M in this one, man. In a scrappy one, they're gonna get a win and run out of there. They're like, leave the buses on, leave the buses on.
Yeah, the anonymous fan likes the Gamecocks. He says they won't blow this one at home. And it's going to be an interesting game. Texas A&M, they're going to have their hands full. But the big thing is, can South Carolina finish? Can they finish? Can they make it start? But can they damn finish? That's going to be the key.
Problem. Yeah,
the interesting thing about the Vanderbilt Texas game. That's what it was. It wasn't about the fact that could Vanderbilt finish that game. If they could have finished, they could have won. Cause they made it a game. They made it a ball game.
It's a heck of a game.
They made it a game, which I figured they would because they're a scrappy team. They're a scrappy team.
Yeah, they looked at what Georgia did and tried to build on it.
Yeah.
And so they found something. They found something there, and everybody that plays Texas from here on out is going to use that game plan if they can. But I mean, that defense, man, Georgia was just
Georgia.
That was nasty.
As we said, nobody don't want to see Georgia in the playoffs. I don't think nobody want to see that. So
that's going to be nasty.
They got two guys, that Jalen Walker and Mikael Williams. Those two dudes are like
when they are healthy.
When they're healthy, they're beasts. They're a handful. Man. Them guys are a handful.
They're playing on Sunday. No doubt they playing on Sunday.
Well, they definitely gonna play on Sunday, no doubt about that.
They gonna play on Sunday. We gonna play for the Falcons. But
maybe
it'd be great. We'll be picking somewhere low for a defensive player.
Yeah, but
so look,
Walker,
Georgia's pretty tough. I mean, I think they get into the last stretch of the season, and man, it's gonna be tough. So look, man, last pick, Pittsburgh versus SMU. Pittsburgh is undefeated, guys. You have an undefeated Pittsburgh team, number 18 in the country. Against SMU, number 20 in the country. They're 7-1. In both of these ACC games, yes, SMU is in the ACC now. Who wins this game? This game is at SMU. Hover, who you got?
I got SMU. I think SMU, in my opinion, I think they're the dark horse for me.
Mm,
Um, they're going to be a team that we're going to be talking about around playoff time.
probably. Probably. It's gonna take a little work to get there, but you just gotta get to 12. Lou, who you got in there? You got Pittsburgh or SMU?
I think I was going with Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah. Undefeated, man. I think this game is gonna be at SMU. These Mustangs are pretty good, man. I'm gonna roll with the upset right here with SMU in this. I'm gonna roll with the upset, man. I just think they got a little bit more speed than Pittsburgh is able to handle. Yeah. Who does another fan have in this one?
The anonymous fan has SMU.
Yeah, man. I just got a feeling about that one. Yeah, just got a feeling about that one.
Yeah, SMU, man. Yeah,
Big
that's
time,
a team.
man.
Yeah, that's a team I don't think nobody really want to see in Pittsburgh. All I can say is good luck.
Well, Pittsburgh's been solid all year, though. We'll see what's up. So look, guys, I'm gonna shift gears, man, to the NFL, man. Dirty Birds beat Buccaneers at home 31-26. A rematch, the second game. And that will be called a sweep. That will be called a sweep, gentlemen. And Kirk Cousins, he didn't throw for 500 yards, but he did throw for 4 touchdowns in this game. No picks. It's got to count for something, man. 13 carries from Bijan Robinson, 63 yards and a score. Kyle Pitts has been the story of that game. 4 receptions, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts. And so everybody's been wondering if he's going to have that breakout game. And the question was, and the answer is yes. He finally had one. Now he out that second touchdown. Now that goal line, that little laziness, it was almost a huge catastrophe. But the football guards were on the Falcons side, and so that counted for something. So yeah. So we were pass happy. Our receivers showed up. Donnell Mooney got him a touchdown. Bijan Robinson got him a passing touchdown, which is a sweet play at the goal line. We used to play kickball, man, and every time somebody would throw the ball at you, and it was kind of like dodgeball when we played kickball. And then when they throw the ball at you to get you out, you have a quick little stop. You let the ball pass by and then keep going. That was kind of that sweet little move that Bijan had getting into the goal, getting into the end zone. I thought was real sweet, man. So I think the Falcons had a very good game. And Kyle Pitts can have that every week if he wants it. He can have that every week because I don't think anybody can cover the guy myself. I mean, once you double on him, then you got guys like Drake London, Ray McLeod, third. Darnell Mooney is gonna get loose. And so I don't know what you do once these guys really get in a lather. So I like that passing game for the Falcons. We did end up getting a little bit over 100 yards on the ground, 129 to be exact. You got 100 yards between both of your running backs, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, which is good news. So I thought it was a real solid outing by the offense, some good sound production by the offense. I'm still iffy on Younghoe Koo, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Somebody got to keep him out the booty clubs or something, man. But he was okay. He was okay. But I don't know, man. He been a little shaky. I don't know. We got to talk to him, Ho. And no sacks. I'm going down this line. There were no sacks. So interceptions, yes. Passes defended, yes. Sacks, no. But we're finding ways to win these games. But I thought it was a good win by the Falcons. What say you, Hope?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think Captain Kirk has finally caught a rhythm with the offense. And I think he's knowing how to use the weapons he has, man. The guys he got to get the ball to, and
Yeah.
um, Kurt has always been the guy. He's always been. If you look back when he played with Minnesota, he always been the type of guy to get the ball to the tight end. I mean, he used his tight end quite a bit actually when he was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's not a
Yeah.
surprise. I'm not. I kind of felt like that was going to eventually, start coming into play where you could see Pitts finally,
Yeah.
doing his thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. I mean, if the Falcons can continue to at least play consistently like this on the offensive side of the ball, um, season may be special. But as of right now, everything looks great.
All
Um,
right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking of Falcons keeping on, the Falcons have hosting the Cowboys. Got the Dallas Cowboys coming to town this weekend.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Dallas Cowboys got, the most bandwagon fans in football. Everybody knows there's no secret there. So, the bandwagon is going, I guess they're going to show up in Atlanta. I think they're going to do a little something. They lose this game against Atlanta, this season is done.
Yeah.
They lose this game against the Falcons, Dallas might as well just wrap it up. So who wins this game, man? I mean, the Falcons win. What do the Falcons have to do to win, and what do the Cowboys have to do to win this game, Ho?
Well, the Cowboys, they definitely going to come to play. No doubt about that. They had a disappointing loss against the 49ers. They tried to make a comeback. So generally, when you got a team that had a loss and then a team that just won, you're going to definitely see more coming from the other team that lost. So they're going to come to play. The thing about this game for the Falcons is they're going to have to not turn over the ball. That's going to be the key in this game is turnovers. They're going to have to not turn that damn ball over. So if the Falcons can minimize that, play like they did in Tampa, I like their chances. But the Cowboys, like I said, it's gonna be it's gonna be a damn close game. I do think the Cowboys gonna try to make a statement big time. So yeah, man. But I think I think we can take care of them.
Yeah.
Main thing we got to do is just get Dak to just throw those pick sixes that he like to throw.
Right.
We need some turnovers, man. We need some turnovers in that game.
That's possible. He'll give you some turnovers. I mean, if you're not gonna get those turnovers, we're definitely not gonna get sacks. That's just not what this team is. You're not gonna. I think that Judon is that guy that we got to get our sacks. He just got to get it together. Let's be real, man. Judon is not delivered yet or consistently on sacks. That's why we got it. We didn't get him to make tackles and to stop the run or to cover the pass. We got him to get sacks. And
I know
he has
one
not
thing
gotten
though.
to sack.
I know one thing. We definitely gonna need cool damn leg in this game.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that field goal kicker making them field goals, man. No doubt about that.
We're gonna need that. We're gonna need him. He needs to be on the field right now.
I have a feeling this game is gonna be decided by 3 or maybe less. Point.
Yeah, and Dallas has kind of one of the worst rushing attacks in the league.
Yeah.
So the Falcons can't let these guys run over them. on Sunday. Like, yeah, Dallas sucks against the run, but they got 100 yards against the Falcons. They back. So you don't want to be the get right team in a running game.
The biggest
So
thing,
if you're the Falcons, continue to not let them run the ball. Make them one-dimensional.
My biggest problem I see that we're gonna have with those Cowboys is CD Lamb. I don't know why. I just feel like he's gonna go off.
Yeah.
We got to contain that dude, man, and we got to get Dak to throw a damn interception.
Yeah, I think. And that's possible. I think the interception is possible. You got to have a plan. You're right for CeeDee Lamb because it's going to be kind of like what's Pittsburgh? Pickens, George Pickens. You know, he was Pickens was picking us apart.
Right.
So CeeDee Lamb can do the same thing if we don't find or have a package to stop this guy.
Yeah, we gotta have something to stop.
You still gotta kind of got to make that happen, man. So yeah, I think that if you contain the run and you have a package for CeeDee Lamb, Falcons should win this game. Okay, Falcons should win this game. But on the other side, if Dallas is able to protect, if they're able to protect the quarterback, they're able to get CeeDee Lamb and some other receivers in the mix, and are able to have a balanced attack and run on the Falcons, they have a good chance of winning this game offensively. Defensively, how do they stop the Falcons? I don't know, man. I don't think they can. To be honest, it'll be probably a high-scoring game on Sunday. I just don't think the Dallas defense is good enough to stop the Falcons, and whatever the Falcons will probably do whatever they want to do against Dallas, in my opinion. I just think their defense is just not that good, man.
Yeah, well, it's definitely gonna be some touchdowns in this game, no doubt.
Yeah, and a lot of it is probably because Michael Parsons, will he be back or not? I don't even think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I don't think it really matters. He's not gonna be 100%.
Plus, he don't play for Dallas anyway, so he got an attitude. He wants to get out of there, even when he was healthy. He ain't in no hurry to get back. So I just think this offense, man, is gonna, man. If it's an offensive game like I think it will be, it's all a matter of who scores last. I think the Falcons' offense is gonna be in a groove. They ain't gonna have nothing for them. They're gonna be playing catch up. So I got the Falcons in this game, man. I got them in my pickers too. Who you got in the game? Who do you have in the Falcons versus the Cowboys, Luke?
Cowboys.
Got Cowboys. Who you got, Hope?
Oh man, I'm going with the Falcons.
Of course.
All right, man. You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm sure, man.
All right, I'm just asking, man.
I'm sure. The anonymous fan got the Falcons as well. Yeah, I got the Falcons in this one, man. Like I said, as long as they can, we just need some damn turnovers in this game.
It would get them. I think Jesse Bates, man. I mean, you can get it on the ground and you can get in the air. That peanut punch from Jesse Bates is just great, man. That peanut, so everybody can be watching for that peanut punch. And when you got guys, trying to hold on to the ball, they're not as fast or not as agile. So look for that, man. Look for the turnover. You're gonna get the turnover one way or the other, whether it be the peanut punch, fumble, or pick. Just as long as Jesse Bates is involved, we should be in good shape. So look, guys, we got Houston going to New York to play the Jets. And that is tomorrow night, Thursday night football.
I'll go with the Jets.
Hopefully you got the Jets in that, Luke. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you got the Jets.
I got the Jets in that one too.
Got the Jets in that one. I'm going Houston in that one, man. I'm going Houston in that game. I think CJ Stroud get it done, man. Who is anonymous fan having that? I've just been so disappointed in Aaron Rodgers.
He's got the Jets, and he's signing off. Thank you for checking us out tonight, as always. Thanks for the support.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. And we you're just gonna run through a couple of them, and we're gonna be off too. We got Miami going to Buffalo. Lou, who you have in that game?
Bills.
Who you got, Hope?
Bills.
Yeah, I got Bills too. We have Washington going to New York. Play the Giants. Who you got in that game, Lou?
I have Washington.
I'm going with Washington.
Yeah, I got Washington in that one too, man. I'm not going to even. No, we're not going to pick that game. That's a sorry game. Well, that was bad too. Let's go Denver going to Baltimore. Will Baltimore get right in this game? Over.
Baltimore will get right.
I agree.
Lou, okay, we all got Baltimore in that one. Very good. Here's an interesting one. You got Chicago going to Arizona. Who wins that one, Lou?
Cardinals.
Hover.
Oh man, I'm going with the Cardinals in that one.
Yeah, I got the Cards in this one, man. I got the Cards. We got Detroit going to Green Bay. Huh. It depends on who's healthy in this game. Will Love be healthy in this game? I know he got a hammy or something's going on.
The last reports I heard, he's not. He's banged up. That's for sure.
All right. Okay, I know where I'm going with it. I know that's all I need to hear. Who you got? Detroit going to Green Bay.
I'm going with
Green Bay.
I'm going with Detroit in that one.
Who you going with in that one, Lou? Detroit or Green Bay?
Lions.
Lou got the Lions.
I'm going Lions too. All right, we got the Rams going to Seattle. I think the Seahawks are back to earth, man. I don't know who you got in that game, Lou. The Rams or the Seahawks?
Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks too.
I'm taking the Rams in that. Yeah, I think Seahawks suck. I think the Rams in a groove. Indianapolis Colts versus the Minnesota Vikings. This game is in Minnesota. Lou, who do you have in this one? And Indianapolis has got another quarterback. Yep, Indianapolis, I was going to say they have another quarterback.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings.
You going to Vikings? I'm going Vikings too. Vikings, they got Vikings by 5 in this one. In the previous game, they got the Rams by 1.5, and of course Detroit by 3.5. Arizona by 1.5. The last game, because Pittsburgh and San Fran, they have a bye. So we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Kansas City. A scrappy Bucks team going to Kansas City. Who you got in that one, Luke?
Chiefs, of course.
Over.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Why not, man? Chiefs by the line is the Chiefs by 9. So I think Tampa Bay gave you all they had against the Falcons. They got nothing for the Chiefs. So I'm going for the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they win it ugly, but a win's a win, right? 8-0, 7-0, whatever it is, man. A win's a win. And whenever they do to find their groove, man, obviously nobody's got nothing for the Chiefs. I don't know. Maybe Baltimore when they get their act together. I don't know. So I don't see anybody beating the Chiefs, man. That's one team I see going right back to the Super Bowl. NFC is anybody's game, man. It could be the Vikings. It could be Detroit. It could even be the Falcons. Maybe Washington. I don't know. It could be anybody. I think the NFC is wide open. It's just so wide open.
Yeah, I think the NFC is wide open too. I don't think there's a favorite. If someone had to pick one right now, I don't know. Maybe the Eagles, but it's wide. It's wide open right now. Maybe the Lions. I probably would say maybe the Lions.
Yeah, Yeah, it'd be time for the Lions to get that, man. But they find a way to screw Pooch in the postseason, man. Leave it to them. But maybe they finally get it done this year, man. If anybody who makes it through, you're not surprised. You know, okay. 49ers, okay. All right. You finally found a way to do it. And the Falcons, I think what I like about the Falcons this year is they're finding ways to win instead of finding ways to lose. That makes a difference.
That's true.
So that's all I got, fellas. Anything else for the order of the show over before we shut it down with Luke?
No, Luke can go in and take us on out.
Take us home, Luke.
All right, and his sports show rolls on Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Number is 512-543-4662. I'll repeat that, 512-543-4662. We will, of course, continue on with the World Series, whether it's Game 7 or over with. NBA and NHL action, college football and NFL predictions, recap of Week 8. We'll have the monthly sports schedule and standings, UFC and WWE, the feel good story of the week, the ridiculous story of the week, and of course your thoughts and comments are always welcome. So don't forget, Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Lou. We're gonna try to join you this Saturday, man. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good night. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining the Brandon Hover Show, y'all. We see y'all next week. 9-ish on the Brandon Hover Show. Until next week, speak on it.
Speak on it.